What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Power of I Am. I am Eric. I am all there is. I am love. I am perfection. I am always chosen. I am everyone's top priority. No one is better than me. No one compares to me. Claim this every day, please. All right. So today, it's an SP video, guys. SP warriors rejoice. SP haters, watch it anyway. Or don't. But you got to realize 90% of my client talk is SP. So today I gotta make this video because a lot of my videos that I make, I point out common things, common trends I see, common issues, and I mentioned in a members only live a success story with a particular client who followed everything I said to the T, completely changed her world within 2 months. And she saw the reflections everywhere except the SP. And there's a reason for that. And once once we talked on the phone and we figured out the source, the SP came in 2 weeks after, finding out why. So the common theme that I've noticed is sometimes you're blocking bringing this person back into your life. This isn't for a new person, SP. This is one you have history with, okay? And if you are not aware that you have resentment for this person, meaning it could be, you are technically still aware of it, but it's in the back of your mind. It is, you tend to go back and remember a particular event with this person, but you're not even aware that you're doing it. Okay, so I'm talking about resentment here because a lot of the cases, something happened in the perceived past. Because remember, the only way you can tell me what happened is if you tell me in the now moment, which means you recreate it now, which means you can do all the work. You can sit there and improve yourself like this particular client did. But then if you go back and you remember these things and, build up your self-concept, but then you contradict your now moment with your end, that's why you might not see things happen. And resentment is a sneaky one, okay? Because if this person hurt you, a lot of you, I even heard people say, even in comments or to me directly, I want them to apologize to me. I want them to apologize. Now, here's the thing. You got to realize too, like I say, and I have that members video of the foundation, 15 minutes, everything you need to know in 15 minutes. And if you understand how people work, you understand that they reflect you. Okay? Everything that you thought of in the now moment was selected. And people must reflect what you think they are thinking, or how you think they're going to behave, or the dynamic between you two. Yes, you in fact are creating your Freddy Krueger, right? So they may have hurt you in the perceived past, but the thing is, you almost did the play-by-play before it happened. But also, if you could say, well, Eric, I didn't think it, and he did it. Remember, again, if you've been with me from the beginning, it's the identity that manifests, that brings things into your life. You may not have thought that particular thing, but you're the identity, you were the identity that particular thing would happen to, right? I give the example when people say, oh, when it rains, it pours. No, you're just identifying as a person that bad things have happened to all day, so you keep experiencing a domino effect of bad things until you snap out of it. And the shifts are instant. All right, so you hold this resentment now for this person, and now you want an apology, or they hurt you. And this stems back to my very first video about forgive from the I am. And if you guys haven't watched that video, maybe I'll link it in the description if I can figure out how to put it as a thumbnail at the end. Like, I don't really care to do that. Like, people who are going to watch, they're going to watch, right? Forgive from the I am. And I talked about going back to that moment, or not even that moment. You can go before or you can go after, but going back, and whoever hurt you, or whoever hurt you, or whoever treated you a certain way, or a certain event that scarred you, you go back and you see this person as perfect. That is true forgiveness. It's not them coming to you in the physical world and saying, I'm sorry, to fulfill your ego. Okay, no. Because guess what? You're still going to remember what they did. Forgive, but don't forget, bro. Right? You don't forget. So you still hold that energy with you. You still hold that in your now moment, which is linked to that reality where you guys are separate. You guys aren't the same, right? The relationship just never mends because you still hold that resentment. I don't care if you forgive someone. I guarantee the relationship's not the same. You're still remembering incorrectly, right? In the now moment, in your I am awareness is like, you are right. Because to the I am awareness, what's going on in your mind, what's out there, everything, everywhere, all at once, you are right. You're remembering incorrectly in the now. You carry that forward. Okay? So when you go back and you see this person as perfect, has always treated you perfect, whether it's an SP or a family member, like I brought up abandonment in that other video. It's a family member that so abandoned you, right? You go back and you see them as the perfect parent, saying things you wish you heard them say. And you're saying, oh my God, they're so perfect. They've always been perfect. And you just get that feeling and that emotion, and you revisit over and over to where it seems like that is exactly what happened, because because there's only now. Not only does that forgive them, because you're doing it in your kingdom of heaven. You're not doing it in the physical world. Not only does that forgive them, it forgives you because they are you, but also it forgives you from holding that pain, that resentment, and carrying it forward. So like the people with abandonment, they carry the abandonment energy with them in the now moment. Every time they recall it in the now moment, remembering correctly, they now will usually experience patterns of abandonment through other people going forward. Why everyone leaves them in relationships, that's just an example. So now you are going to the end with your SP, right? You're saying you guys are happily married, or you're in a happy committed relationship, right? You're doing all these things. You're telling yourself that, oh, they're madly in love with me. I'm all they want and think about. They do anything in their power to, see me, be with me, make me happy. Anything you want to say, right? You're saying all these things, and then you're just, throughout the day, you're just remember what they did to you. There's still that resentment, that apology that you want from back then. You remember how you broke up, right? That resentment. So you're going to the end and seeing love. And remember, you only have the now moment, but you're carrying resentment in the now without even realizing it. So you're doing all these things, and that resentment is contradicting your end. Because if you're happily married, where does resentment fit with love? Where does resentment and anger and a need for an apology fit in with your end of love? You want them, you're selecting. Remember, we're not changing anybody. We're selecting anew. Creation is finished. We're not changing anything. We're selecting. And then it is proven to us as it unfolds and as we remain that person without contradicting it, without thinking against it, without speaking against it, right? So we're selecting. So when you select that version of them that you want to experience, the one that's madly in love with you, treats you the way you want to be treated, the perfect version, they are the perfect version right now, right? But then you remember what they did and you have that resentment and need for an apology. And then now you go back and you select the old one again. And you never allow this version, this person to unfold. It doesn't matter who you say you are. I'm all there is, I'm love, I'm perfection, I'm all these things, right? But if you sit there and you have resentment, you're contradicting the I amness that you claim to be. You claim to be love. Love doesn't hold resentment. You claim this guy or girl will do anything, is the perfect version right now, but then you hold resentment towards them. So you're saying, So then you wonder why all these other people are coming in. You're getting attention from everywhere else and all these things, and life is reflecting all these great things, but this person, nothing. And sometimes it may not even be the need or the want that's holding you back. You probably got past that because your self-concept, your true identity, I don't even like calling it self-concept, the ultimate identity within you, that you became, that you've claimed, is there. But again, your dominant story of a particular person is what shows up for you. The people you haven't created assumptions for, these new people, they're just automatically reflecting you, right? Until you create a story about them. So, what this client did is she went back. I'm not going to get specific of how their perceived past relationship was, but she went back and saw him as the perfect boyfriend back then, as perfect, right? Which implied that that bad breakup didn't happen, which implied that resentment was no longer there, that she freed herself from the energy of resentment. So not only did she forgive him in that way by seeing him as perfect, which is powerful as fuck. Whether you could do, you don't have to go back. You could do it and decide now. But if you're always remembering that, then you go back and you see it differently. You see them as perfect. You see them say things to you you wish you have heard, treat you the way that you wish you were treated, and you see it. And guess what? That is happening now because everything's happening all at once, right? So you forgive them, that forgives you, that frees you. Now you are free of that resentment energy. The weight you were feeling is lifted. And she said that after she revisited that 3 times in the week, it felt as if it never happened. Guess what? Because it didn't. Because she was remembering it that it did. She was remembering that resentment, right? So now it was like a lighter, she saw him differently. She saw him as perfect. And guess what? When she returned to just being and being all there is, love, perfection, always chosen, everyone's top priority, no one was better than her, no one compared to her. And then when she thought of the SP, she talked about how they're in the best relationship and how much he loves her because she is love itself, because she is all those things. A week later, after that resentment energy was gone, he contacted her because now she was wide open to receive that love. She was blocking with that energy. So if you guys are experiencing this, especially if it's someone that you've been with in the past, perceived past, and it didn't end well, and you hold that resentment, you got to ask yourself, is that blocking me right now? Am I thinking that I want an apology from this person? Or do I still see this person as that person, but I'm saying these other things that they're, everything I want now and they treat me this way. But then as I go about my day, or I'm brushing my teeth, or I'm driving my car, I remember the shitty way he treated me, because that is something that is blocking things without you realizing it. So try it out next time. Go back, see them as perfect. That will free you of any energy that you're holding within, any energy that you got from out there. Because like my last video said, who told you that you needed an apology? Who told you that you're feeling this resentment? Because if you feel like shit, it doesn't feel good, you're being deceived. You're getting it from out there. So go in here and see the truth, my friends. All right. Hope you guys, SP Warriors, love this one. Members, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone for joining. If you want to join the members channel, check the link in the description. I will go live this Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific time. That will be the live. I'll go on for an hour. If anyone wants to work with me, the link is also in the description. I appreciate you all. I hope you guys have a great day. Had a great day. If not, I'll just assume it was great anyway.